August 21st, and it's Sussy Bnuuy's birthday. Happy birthday, Bun!
Happy birthday! You're so sussy. Big
So,
Sussy Bnuuy.
So, if anybody is unfamiliar, in these videos we talk about all the people who share our birthday with everybody who's born on August 21st. Starting with Maxim Knight. Best known as Matt Mason on Falling Skies and Princes Xandar and Desmond in Sophia the First, Once Upon a Princess, and the series. He is 25. Next, RJ Mitty. Known for playing Walter White Jr. on Breaking Bad. Like his character on the show, he has cerebral palsy.
I went to school with a few kids that had that. And fortunately, even given the time that I grew up, these guys were like superstars.
Really?
Yeah, everybody loved them.
So not like his character in the show getting bullied. They actually treated them well.
It could have been that way, and I don't know why it wasn't, but I'm very glad it wasn't. They were always held in high regard.
So RJ Mitty turns 32 today.
Oh my goodness, I didn't realize he was that young.
Okay. Next we have Bo Burnham.
Oh yeah, the stand-up guy.
Stand-up comedian, musician, actor, filmmaker, and YouTuber. Was the youngest comedian to ever get a Comedy Central Presents special at age 18.
I'm eating a hand.
He is the creator and star of Zack Stone is Gonna Be Famous.
Ah, yes, Zack Stone.
And he also is behind Welcome to the Internet.
Oh, that's the video you used to watch all the time, yeah?
Yes. Welcome to the Internet. Have a look around. Anything that brain of yours can think of can be found. We've got mountains of content, some better, some worse. If none of it's of interest to you, you be the first. Yeah, it gets a little raunchy in there, but it's a fun song. It is. I definitely felt like it's the was modern day equivalent of We Didn't Start the Fire, as far as like referencing things from the internet culture. But yeah, Bo Burnham turns 34 today. Next we have Hayden Panettiere.
The indestructible cheerleader.
Yes, she's best known as a cheerleader Clara Bennett in Heroes and Heroes Reborn, as well as Juliet Barnes in Nashville. She was also the original voice of Kairi in Kingdom Hearts series, and was the original Kate in Alpha and Omega. She's the main love interest in that.
Oh, is that the Wolf movie?
Yes, that is the Wolf movie.
With Justin Long, is it?
I believe so, yes. I liked the movie. I have not seen any of the direct-to-video sequels, but I enjoyed the first movie. I know some people don't think it's that great a quality, but I think it's fun.
Forgettable.
And lastly, she's Samantha in Until Dawn. Great game. And the game uses the actors' likenesses, so it looks just like Claire Bennett. So yeah, she turns 35 today.
Oh, neat.
Next we have Casey Musgraves, country singer best known for her song Merry Go Round and I Remember Everything. She also sang the national anthem in the 2002 Winter Olympics in Utah.
Oh.
We just had the Olympics.
Yeah.
In, what was it? Was it France? Was it Paris?
Yeah. We'll just go with France.
No, I'm pretty sure. Anyhow, she turns 36. Next we have Cody Cash, K-A-S-C-H, Cash?
Yeah, I'll go with Cash.
Best known as Zach Young on Desperate Housewives, he is 37. Brooks Wheelan, voice of Fred Fredrickson, the fourth in Big Hero 6 the series.
Oh.
They took over for that actor who got canceled and probably was a little too expensive to afford even before he got canceled. But yeah, he turns 38. Next, Usain Bolt. Jamaican sprinter who won gold medals in the 100-meter and 200-meter races in an unprecedented 3 straight Olympic Games in a row. The 2008 in Beijing, the 2012 in London, and the 2016 in Rio.
Oh, the Bluebird.
Yeah. He is widely considered the greatest sprinter of all time, and he also turns 38.
So young.
Probably a little too old to compete. He probably wasn't at the Olympics this year. But anyhow, Eve Torres, best known for her tenure on WWE, she has a Guinness World Record for 3-time WWE Divas Championship wins, as well as appearing as Maxima on Supergirl.
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen Supergirl.
She is 40. Next is Josh Harrington, an American BMX rider and X Games contestant from 2001 to 2011. He turns 41. Brody Jenner, son of Caitlyn Jenner, known for The Hills and The Hills' New Beginnings. He is also 41. Killis, singer known for songs Milkshake. Yes, that milkshake.
Brings all the
My
boys to the
milkshake
yard.
brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Right? It's better than yours. I could teach you, but I'd have to charge. Yeah, that song. Caught Out There, Trick Me, Bossy, Young, Fresh and New, and Jerk Ribs. She is 45.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm almost there, honey.
Next, we have Diego Klettenhoff. Klettenhoff? Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, okay.
Known for playing Major Mike Faber on Homeland and Donald Wrestler on The Blacklist. He is also 45. Next is Alicia Witt, who is Autumn Chase on Nashville. Hey, another Nashville actress. Savior Paula on The Walking Dead, and Maggie Shaw on Stargirl. She was also a contestant on last year's Masked Singer. I won't say who to spoil things, but yeah, she was on there. She turns 49. Melissa Schumann, a member of the American girl group Dream, known for their platinum hit He Loves You Not. She is 50. Next we have Sergey Mikhailovich Brin, an American businessman and computer scientist who co-founded Google with Larry Page.
Oh man, I love the Go Ugly.
He played a key role in expanding Google's services beyond just search, including the development of Gmail, Google Maps, and Google Drive. He was the president of Google's parent company, Alphabet Inc., until the end of 2019. He is 51.
Oh wow. I use the Gmail all the time.
I still do. Next, we have Liam Howlett of The Prodigy, one of the most successful electronic groups of all time, known for songs Out of Space, Firestarter, Breathe, Charlie, Ibiza, featuring Jason Williamson, Omen, No Good, Start the Dance, Wild Frontier, Run with the Wolves, and Smack My Bitch Up, which is probably the only song of theirs that I am familiar with.
Oh, you probably heard Firestarter.
Oh, okay. He is 53. Next, I'm sure this is somebody more than likely you all know out there. Carrie Ann Moss, most well known as Trinity in the Matrix film franchise, and Natalie in Memento. She is Claudia Wolf in Silent Hill Revelations. Arya Taloak, and Asari from Mass Effect. She's a hot blue alien girl. Oh. Jerry Hogarth on Jessica Jones, Daredevil, yes! Iron Fist, and The Defenders.
So I got all excited. She was great as Jerry Hogarth. She was so good. I hope to see her again. Or will I?
And is currently in Dara on Star Wars The Acolyte.
Not currently.
Well, most recently then. All right.
The show got canceled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's what you mean.
I got canceled. I got one season.
Strangely enough, she was also a character named Liz Teal in a Canadian fantasy adventure series from 1993 named Matrix.
Oh.
So she's been in 2 things called Matrix.
It's like Keanu Reeves being in multiple movies as somebody named John.
Like, what's the other movie?
Johnny Mnemonic.
Oh, okay, Johnny.
And
but yeah, okay.
There's at least one more in there.
But yeah, she turns 54.
Maybe.
Next, we have Barbara Ann Moore, Playboy magazine's Playmate for December 1992. She also appeared as a fembot in Austin Powers International Man of Mystery, as Sandy on Baywatch, and love interest of Bud on Married with Children. She is 56.
Oh, I loved Married with Children.
But yeah, no, I probably would have skipped her. There was a few people who show up on this list that were a little on the adult side of things. But it's like, hey, I still think that's a fairly noteworthy thing to have. And the fact that she was in Austin Powers, one of my favorite movies. But yeah, so there we go. So yeah, she's 56. Serge Tankian, lead vocalist, keyboardist, and primary lyricist of System of a Down. Known for songs Chop Suey, Aerials, Boom, BYOB, or Bring Your Own Bombs, Mesmerize, Question, and Lonely Day. He is 57. Do you know any System of a Down songs?
Probably Chop Suey.
Ah, yeah.
Why'd you leave your keys up on the table, Sakanko? Wake up. Something, put on
Well,
a
just
little
put
makeup.
a little makeup. I just
Put
found a way to
some on
shake
the
up.
table.
I just found a way to shake up. Why'd you leave your teeth up on the table?
Ah.
I just need a little fable. Yeah. Weird Al did it on one of his poker mixes. All the reason I know. So that's Chop Suey, you're saying?
I believe that is.
Okay, so next we have is Budgie.
From the Australian band.
Peter Edward Clark, drummer best known for his work in Sussy and the Banshees. He is also the co-founder of The Creatures. He turned 67.
No joke, they actually turn up a lot when I was looking for Budgie merchandise.
Oh, really?
That came up a lot. It's also a slang term for something. But,
Yes.
but we won't discuss that. But it's also the name of
Australian undies. Yeah.
it is also the name of a band.
Budgie Smuggler.
Yeah, and they ended up popping up a lot in my search.
So yeah, I was unaware that you'd even were in the know about that. I was gonna surprise you with that.
Yeah.
Just thought that was funny. Next, Kim Cattrall, Miss Lynn Lassie Honeywell in Porky's, Cadet Karen Thompson in Police Academy, Gracie Law in Big Trouble in Little China, Emmy Hessire in Mannequin. All these have been pretty much the main love interest of the protagonists of the stories. So unfortunately, she seemed to have been typecast for a while as just the male lead's gal. But hey, that's steady work. I don't know that necessarily what's something.
I gotta tell you, I did not recognize her. I mean, later in life, once I learned who she was, I never went back and watched Big Trouble in Little China.
I need to watch that.
That's the one from Sex and the City.
Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet. Helmsman Lieutenant Valeris in Star Trek VI: The Undiscovered Country. Samantha Jones in Sex and the City, which is what you were getting at there. So yeah, she turns 68.
Oh my goodness.
Next year is going to be a good year for her.
Nice.
Next is Steve Smith. Not the Steve Smith from American Dad, though. Drummer for Journey, best known for Wheel in the Sky. Wheel in the Sky keeps on turning. And Don't Stop Believing, probably their best hit. Believing, hold on to the feeling, street light people.
But yeah, I actually went to school with someone with that name too, but definitely not the same.
Yes, so Steve Smith, he turned 70. All right, next,
we did this video last year.
Nick Kane, guitarist for the Mavericks. He is known for such songs as All You Ever Do Is Bring Me Down, Dance the Night Away, and Here Comes the Rain. He is also 70.
Ah.
Glenn Hughes, singer for Deep Purple, known for songs Highway Star and Smoke on the Water.
Smoke on the water.
And fire in the sky. And from Black Sabbath, known for War Pigs, Heaven and Hell, Iron Man, and Paranoid. He is 72.
I am
Iron Man.
That's a little more frightening.
Loretta Devine, known for playing Marla Hendricks on Boston Public, and Adelaide Weber on Grey's Anatomy. She's also the voice of Haley Hippo on Doc McStuffins. And Muriel Hobblepot in 2015's King's Quest game. She is 75.
Wild. Wonder if she's related to Adam Devine.
I'm not sure. I didn't check that far. Next is Jackie DeShannon, best known as the singer of What the World Needs Now Is Love and Put a Little Love in Your Heart, as well as the writer of When You Walk in the Room and Betty Davis Eyes, which became hits for The Searchers and Kim Carnes. She is 83.
83, wow. Betty Davis Eyes. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. I don't want to go through all of it.
And lastly, for those that are alive, we have James Burton, guitarist and leader of TCB, Taking Care of Business Band, with Elvis Presley. He also recorded and performed with the likes of Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, Glenn Campbell, John Denver, Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis Costello, Roy Orbison, and Joni Mitchell. He is 85.
Goodness gracious, I actually know most of them.
Yeah, well, I handpicked the ones that I recognize the most. But now we get to those that have sadly passed away.
Woohoo!
Why would you vote that?
I'm just kidding. It is still sad.
So first we have Steven Hillenburg, who sadly passed away in November of 2018. He's the creator of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, I think a lot of people felt this.
He also voiced Patchy's pet, Potty the Parrot.
Oh,
Bird.
I like birds.
As well as having been a writer, director, and artist on Rocko's Modern Life. He was 57 when he passed away in 2018, and if he were still alive, since he was born in 1961.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Sorry, I usually start with that.
I forgot that we do this. He would be, 64. I'm sorry, 65? Oh shoot, hold on a second. He died in 2018, you said?
Yes.
So 63, I'm sorry.
Okay. Next, we have, born in 1952, John Graham Miller, better known as Joe Strummer, co-founder, lyricist, rhythm guitarist, and lead vocalist of punk rock band The Clash. Known for songs London Calling, Should I Stay or Should I Go, and Rock the Casbah.
Rock the Casbah, sure don't like it.
So yeah, he sadly passed away in December of 2002, and he was 50.
Would have been 72 if he was alive today.
72. Next, we have one in 1938, Kenny Rogers, best known for his song The Gambler, and his Kenny Rogers Roasters chain of restaurants, founded in 1991. He sadly passed away in March of 2020. He was 81.
Oh my goodness, he was 81, so he would have been 85 if he was still alive. I gotta tell you, I honestly forgot that he had passed. Like, I'm sad all over again now. Yeah, that.
Are you sure? He died before his birthday. Or am I doing the math wrong and you're doing it right?
Well, you're right. He would have been 80. What did I say? He would be 86 then.
Okay.
That's my mistake. Yes.
That's why
I forgot what month it was.
That's why I try to include the month when I can.
Don't judge me.
Next, we have, born in 1936, Wilt Chamberlain, one of the most famous members of the Harlem Globetrotters. He was 7 foot 1 inches. He also appeared in Conan the Destroyer as Bombata. He sadly died in October 1999. He was 63.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he would have been, oh my gosh, where are we going? Is that right? 88? He would have been 88 years old, but he wouldn't have made it.
Oh, come on.
All right, listen. Harlem Globetrotters, it's different for kids nowadays, I imagine, but growing up, they were just this amazing. They're almost a force of nature.
Yes, absolutely.
They were just this amazing routine.
And they're really good at math, evidently.
Yeah.
If you watch Futurama.
They made cameos in so many different cartoons. They had
they teamed up with Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
On a few occasions, right?
Yep, and they had a rotating roster, so they could have gone on indefinitely. They're actually still out there.
Didn't they also go on Land of Gilligan's Island at some point?
They probably did. They were a phenomenon.
Indeed.
And it's a shame that they don't have the stature they used to, but they are still amazing.
Next, born in 1932,
school ones.
Melvin Van Peebles, trailblazer black filmmaker. He was Dick Halloran in The Shining. And he directed and starred in Sweetback's Badass Song. He died in 2021. He was age 89.
Oh, wow. He would have been 92 years old if he were still alive. Yeah.
1932? He was born in 1932?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, next, born in 1920, Christopher Robin Milne, largely known as the only child of author A.A. Milne and basis of his character Christopher Robin from Winnie the Pooh. It's a rather unfortunate story. Like, he did not appreciate that his dad kind of took his likeness and just made a whole thing out of it. In fact, there exists a little poem of when he was doing his prayers at bedtime, and that kind of blew up. And apparently, a lot of people have this little thing of a drawing of him as a boy, like, oh my God, I can't imagine how embarrassing that must have been.
I actually have a picture of that.
You have?
It's hanging in the bedroom.
Oh my. But anyway, there's a movie all about, I believe this movie is all about, mostly about that situation. There's also an headache video that I watched that I learned most of this about. But anyhow, he sadly passed away in April 1996, and he was 75 years old.
Yeah, he'd be 104 if he were still alive today. He'd definitely be gone.
Yeah. Next, we have, born in 1905, Isidor Fritz Frayling, who died in May of 1995 at age 89. He is a cartoonist, animator, who created more than 300 cartoons for Warner Brothers, Looney Tunes, and Merry Melodies from the 1930s to the early 60s. His animations include the likes of Porky Pig, Granny, Tweety, Sylvester, Hector the Bulldog, Yosemite Sam, which apparently he bore some resemblance to, Speedy Gonzales, Slowpoke Rodriguez, and of course Bugs Bunny. He was 89.
Jeez, he was.
Actually, I said that right.
He's 1905.
Yeah, how old would he be?
Oh my goodness, he'd be 119 years old if he were still alive today. And don't get me wrong, but it is wild to think that someone's done their whole life and the next generation is getting close to an ending, and these are still beloved characters.
Indeed. I mean, he created some of those. He didn't create Bugs Bunny. I mistakenly thought he created Bugs Bunny. But yeah, he made Bugs Bunny popular. He was one of the big names in animation for
Porky Pig and
yeah.
Yosemite Sam.
He did create Porky Pig and Yosemite Sam. But anyhow, yes. Lastly, we have born in 1893 George Bugs Moran, real name Adelaide Leo Coonan. He was a Chicago Prohibition-era gangster. He died in February of 1957. He was 63.
Yeah, and his ghost has turned an amazingly juvenile and virulent 131 years old.
Okay. So yeah, from researching him, apparently he came up with George Moran on the spot when he was asked by the cops, what's your name? He's like, George Moran. Yeah, that's my name. That's my name, and I'm sticking to it. And Bugs was apparently a nickname because he annoyed people, I think it was. But in any case, what do you think? Should we split this into 2 videos here?
It's up to you.
Are you feeling comfortable going? Keep going.
Let's keep going.
All right. So we're moving on to on this day. So on this day in history, these following things happened. In 1192, Minamoto Yoritomo becomes a Seitai shogun and the de facto ruler of Japan. In 1264, Kublai Khan accepts the surrender of his younger brother, Arik Bok, at Xanadu at the end of the Mongol Civil War.
Ah, Xanadu. An ABBA song.
Yes. In 1560, future Danish astronomer, 14-year-old Tycho Brahe, becomes interested in astronomy after observing a solar eclipse.
Oh my goodness. What's your favorite kind of Danish? Mine's the one with cheese.
In 1673, King Louis XIV donates 600 books to found the library of L'Académie Française. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. You hear all these terrible stories about royalty, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they do 1 or 2 good things.
Yeah, occasionally.
Amongst all the atrocities
Yes.
and human...
In 1760, the church, later cathedral of Our Lady of Candlemas of Mayagüez of Puerto Rico, is founded, establishing the basis for the founding of the city. In 1772, King Gustav II of Sweden, King Gustav III, of Sweden, completes a coup d'etat by adopting a new constitution and installing himself as the enlightened despot, ending 50 years of parliamentary rule. Now that I'm reading that out loud, doesn't seem like it's probably a good thing.
In
1781, a jury in Sheffield, Massachusetts, grants 2 slaves, Bet, later Elizabeth Freeman, and Braun, their freedom after Freeman brings the case to court.
Wild.
In 1831, a former slave, Nat Turner, leads uprising against slavery. So yeah, that is quite a long time, from 1781 to 1831.
Yeah, they fought for a long time. It is long enough that slavery is still young enough, historically speaking, that there are people whose grandparents were slave owners. And it's like it's just crazy. It's crazy.
Wow.
They fought for so long, and we still have the specter of it hanging over us.
Indeed. In 1841, John Hampden patents the Venetian blind.
Oh, we are almost literally surrounded by
Indeed.
them. This wall back here, not so much.
Yeah. In 1841, John Hampden oh, wait, already that one. 1856, America's first consul to Japan, Townsend Harris, arrives in Shimoda.
Oh my gosh, this is about 130 years before the Atari console.
In 1858, the first Lincoln-Douglas debates in Illinois. In 1862, the Vienna Stadtpark, the first public park and garden in Vienna, Austria, opens its gates. 1878, American Bar Association organizes in Sarasota, New York.
Oh, all those drunk lawyers, limboing, eating chocolate bars.
In 1888, American inventor William Seward Burroughs patents the adding machine.
Oh, and then a few short years later, he made the subtracting machine.
In 1895, Henry Morton Stanley makes his maiden speech in the UK House of Commons as the members of the North Lambeth in a discussion on Africa.
Yeah, the prettiest of all maidens.
In 1897, Oldsmobiles, first manufactured by Olds Motor Vehicle Company in Lansing, Michigan.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, they are now a defunct company, but gosh, my parents used to have a 1988 Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra.
Next, in 1926, Chicago White Sox pitcher Ted Lyons.
Oh.
Spelled Lyons, unfortunately. No hits the Boston Red Sox 6-0 in just 67 minutes at Fenway Park.
Did you mention the Mona Lisa?
Oh, did I skip that one by accident? Oh my goodness.
I don't recall hearing that.
1911, Mona Lisa, stolen from the Louvre by Vincenzo Perugia and recovered in 1913. So two years it was missing.
Here's a tiny little picture.
And from what I've heard, it was because of him that the Mona Lisa is even noteworthy to this day.
Yeah, if he hadn't done that, no one would have cared.
Yeah, they would have been like, hey, we got this brand new painting that we want to put up. It's like, we need some space. Just get rid of that one. That lady with the hands.
Can you imagine that? There is another universe where the Mona Lisa is a forgotten work of art.
Yes, absolutely. In 1931, a Yankees slugger, Babe Ruth, becomes the first Major League Baseball player to hit 600 career home runs as New York defeats St. Louis Browns 11-7 at Sportsman's Park.
Well, they named a candy bar after him.
Yes.
He claimed,
I believe that is true.
They claimed it wasn't named after him, but it was. It really was.
In 1932, Cleveland Indians pitcher Wes Ferrell, not to be confused with Will Ferrell, it's spelled the same way too, first to win 20 games in each of his first 4 seasons. 1939, attorney Samuel Tucker organizes a peaceful sit-in at the public library in Alexandria, Virginia, in an effort to grant black patrons equal access. 5 young men are arrested for disorderly conduct. No trial is ever held, and charges officially dropped 80 years later, and the community builds a separate facility nearby. Crazy. But hey, it's history. Crazy things happen. And in 1942, Walt Disney's animated movie Bambi is released, based on the book by Felix Salten.
Oh my goodness, this year my dad was born. And also, I watched Bambi so many times as a kid. You know how you have that couple movies, but sometimes one in particular that you'll watch over and over again for whatever reason. When I was very young, it was Bambi. It was Bambi, and I was, every time the movie started, I'm like, no, I hope they don't get shot. Not Bambi, but...
Well... Spoilers.
Yeah. The movie is approaching 100 years old here.
Well, it's 1942, so
don't make them do the math. Okay, listen, it's over 80 years old at this point.
You can say precisely how old it is. Came out exactly on this day, 1942.
Okay, the movie is 78 years old. Spoilers. I don't think should apply anymore. You could call me spoilers
I said it
if
as
you
a
want.
joke.
Oh yeah, Thumper. How can we not? We gotta mention Thumper.
Oh yeah, Bun.
You can call me Flower if you want to.
Wait, that's the skunk.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping they hadn't seen it.
Yeah, they call themselves Thumper because they thump their leg on the ground and make a noise.
To squeak just like that.
Yes. In 1945, U.S. President Harry Truman ends the Lend-Lease program. 1948, Cleveland Indians' 47-inning scoreless streak is broken as future Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher Bob Lemon yields a home run to Aaron Robinson in a 3-2 loss to Chicago White Sox. Can you imagine a game lasting 47 innings? How many people must have been left in the stadium?
Right,
Do you think anybody? Were they all asleep, or what happened there?
For people who don't watch baseball.
At what point did they just say, it's a tie?
Yeah. That is somewhere in the neighborhood. It's between 4. What is it? If you do full games or whatever, it is like 4 times. It's about 4 times of regular game length. That's like watching 4 baseball games in one sitting. No, thank you. Do not take me out to the ball game.
Yes. In 1949, Canada's largest earthquake since 1700 strike the Queen Charlotte Fault below Haida Gwaii at 8.1 magnitude. It knocks cows off their feet.
That is crazy.
Speaking of earthquakes, I've heard Japan has been feeling some tremors over there and causing a lot of trouble.
It's all the graboids.
In 1953, Marion Carl in Douglas Skyrocket reaches a record of 25,370 meters. In 1959, Hawaii becomes the 50th U.S. state against its will. That's not in the script, but yeah, I actually watched a a recent episode of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. The state was actually like they had armed people making the Queen of Hawaii sign papers to declare it a state because apparently the resources of Hawaii were just too great to not have it be officially owned by the United States. They were like, you know what? We're forcibly making this into a state of ours, and you don't have a say in it.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Great to include in this.
Yes. Well, it's history. It's a thing that happened. And it's, again, it's the most recent episode of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. Crazy stuff happened over there.
Okay, 1961.
1961, American country singer Patsy Cline records then-struggling songwriter Willie Nelson's song Crazy in Nashville, Tennessee.
No one's ever heard of this guy.
Come on. Redheaded Stranger? Yeah, they have.
Yeah, you've all heard about it. Even if you don't listen to country music, you know who this guy is. Come on. In
1967, Major League Baseball, Kansas City Athletics, a utility player, Ken Harrelson, becomes baseball's first free agent while he is abruptly released by the team after he repeatedly refers to team owner Charlie Finley as a menace to baseball. He calls him a menace to baseball. He's like, all right, that's it. You're off the team.
Crazy.
So he becomes a free agent. 1968, Democratic Convention opens in Chicago. Goes on to nominate Hubert Humphrey. In 1969, the first Gap clothing store opens in Ocean Avenue, San Francisco.
Dang, I didn't realize it wasn't that old, relatively. I mean, we're approaching 60 years here. We're approaching 60 years. That's fairly young for a business. Can be, anyway.
1972, the first hot air balloon flight over the Alps, and the U.S. orbiting astronomy observatory Copernicus is launched. In 1977, American water skier Donna Patterson Bryce sets women's high-speed records of 111.11 miles per hour at Long Beach, California.
I've seen longer beaches.
In 1978, first gay-themed telefilm, Matlovich versus U.S. Air Force.
Awesome.
Not exactly sure what that is.
It's terrible I had to get to that point, but awesome that the people when people fight.
Okay.
For equal rights. I'm sorry, I'm leaving too much out.
I'm not sure what it is.
It's still early, like 1978. We think about it nowadays, but back then they had to fight tooth and nail for every single
Is a telefilm
right.
not a movie? Like a TV movie?
Yeah, representation. It's all the same.
Anyhow, 1979, Russian Bolshoi ballet dancer Alexander Godunov defects in New York City, joins the American Ballet Theater, and works as a film actor.
Wild. There's a Russian ballet dancer that comes to the store I work at.
Neat.
Yeah. She's not retired yet. She clearly, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. It's like, oh my gosh, an actual Russian ballerina shops at her store.
In 1980, British drummer and band co-founder Bill Ward quits Black Sabbath for the first time. And People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, or PETA, is founded in a basement office in Tacoma Park, Maryland. I wonder if they were a better organization back then.
Probably.
In 1985, New York Lotto pays $41 million to 3 winners. Numbers are 14, 17, 22, 23, 30, 47.
I'm going to play those tonight.
In 1987, Dirty Dancing, film directed by Emile Ardolino, starring Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey, opens in the United States. 1989, Voyager 2 begins a flyby of planet Neptune.
Oh my goodness.
It did not get lost in the Delta Quadrant yet.
You beat me to it.
Took too long. 1991, Latvia declares its independence from the USSR. And Dr. Doom was nowhere to be seen. In 1993, NASA loses contact with Mars Observer. 1996, Netscape Browser 3.0 is released. Wonder what one we're up to now. In 1998, Marvel superhero film Blade, starring Wesley Snipes, is released. Great movie.
Yeah, I think it's the oldest. Is it the oldest one in what is it, Universe 1 or whatever they're calling it?
I'm not sure.
The Fox Marvel Universe.
I believe it's the oldest relevant Marvel movie that hasn't been relegated to just the cobwebs or whatever. There were Marvel movies before that, but
yes, there were like the Dolph Lundgren Punisher.
I want to say Howard the Duck was before that. I want to say that was the first Marvel movie, but that was the first one of the modern era. Anyhow, 2001, "How You Remind Me" single released by Nickelback went on to win Billboard Song of the Year for 2002.
This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you say sorry. Say, Baba gotta die, but blah, babe. Those are the words. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, put it in the comments if you know the lyrics. It tells for American super swimmer Michael Phelps wins his 6th gold medal at the Athens Olympics, even though he doesn't swim the final of men's 4x100 medley relay. U.S. wins in world record of 3.30.68. What was that? 3 minutes, 30 seconds, 68 hundredths of a second?
That is correct.
Also tells us for Belarusian sprinter Yulia Nestirenka runs a 10.93 to beat American Lauren Williams and win the 100-meter gold medal in Athens Olympics. And Nicolas Massieu and Fernando Gonzalez win the men's double tennis at the Athens Olympics, beating German pair Nicholas Kiefer and Rainier Schutler in 5 sets. It's Chile's first Olympic gold medal in 2004. The archery competition concludes at the Athens Olympics with South Korea dominant with 3 of 4 gold medals. Venue is the Panathinaik Stadium. I am probably butchering that. In which the 1896 games were held. That's kind of wild. And the Australian women's 4x100 meter relay team of Jean Rooney, Leslie Jones, Petria Thomas, and Jodie Henry smashes the world record to take gold in 3 minutes, 57 seconds, and 32 hundredths of a second.
Oh, Leslie Jones. Isn't she a Ghostbuster?
Different spelling.
Isn't she a Ghostbuster?
Then good one. And in 2008, after winning the event in Athens, Jamaica sprinter Veronica Campbell-Brown makes a consecutive 200-meter Olympic title, beating American Allison Felix by 0.19 in Beijing. American pair Misty May Trainer and Carrie Walsh dominate China's Tian Zhith and Wang Ji 21-18, 21-18 in the beach volleyball final to repeat of their gold medal from Athens. Don't lose a set in the competition. An American sweeps the sweep of the 400-meter medals at the Beijing Olympics. LaShawn Merritt wins gold in 43.75 ahead of Jeremy Warner and David Neville. Danielle de Bruyne scores a match-winning 7 goals at the Netherlands, upset at the United States 9-8 to take the women's water polo gold medal at the Beijing Olympics. Dutch swimmer and cancer survivor Martin van de Wijsden, I'm probably butchering these names, I apologize, wins the inaugural men's open water marathon at 10K in 1 minute 51 seconds. 1 hour 51 minutes 51 seconds and 6/10 of a second at the Beijing Olympics. That makes more sense. Japan edges the United States 3-1 for gold medals in the final of the women's softball tournament at the Beijing Olympics. And striker Carly Lloyd scores in extra time as the United States beat Brazil 1-0 to take the women's football gold medal at the Beijing Olympics. Whew. And we're not done with Olympics. In 2016, Brazil takes the third Olympic men's indoor volleyball gold medal at the Rio Games with 25-22, 28-26, and 26-24 win over Italy. Kenyan runner Eliud Kipchoge wins the Olympic men's marathon gold medal at the Rio de Janeiro Games in time of 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 44 seconds. I'm hoping that's right. Faisa Lilesa, Ethiopia, second with 2 hours, 9 minutes, 54 seconds, and Galen Rupp of the U.S. In third at 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 5 seconds. Kevin Durant scores 30 at the U.S. Retains the Olympic men's basketball title with a comfortable 96-66 win over Serbia at the Rio de Janeiro Games. Next, in 2017, London's Parliament clock Big Ben chimes for the last time before a 4-year restoration process for its tower starts, and the total eclipse visible from North America.
A total eclipse of the heart!
In 2018, water ice first detected on the moon by India's Chandrayaan-1 spacecraft, 2008 to 2009, and finding published by the scientists. And 2019, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, named highest paid actor for a second year in a row, earning $89.4 million. 2020, Korean pop group BTS releases single Dynamite, becomes the first video to be watched more than 100 million times in 24 hours on YouTube.
Back to school.
Imagine if we got that many views. In 2022, Masai Graham wins funniest joke at the Edinburgh Fringe with "I tried to steal spaghetti from the shop, but the female guard saw me and I couldn't get pasta." You hear those crickets? And lastly, in 2023, Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario in Nintendo's video games, as well as Luigi, Waluigi, Wario, and so many other characters, retires after 27 years.
Wow. It's me, Mario, for the very last time.
It's me, Mario. Woohoo!
Yo, it's me, Mario.
But yeah, he was also Giuseppe and Mario's dad in the Super Mario Bros. Movie that came out a couple years ago.
He must have a very diverse vocal range.
Yeah, he does, actually. He's Parthenax in Skyrim.
Oh.
The dragon.
It's me, Parthenax. Ah, look at this Skyrim.
I am Parthenax. I think it's something like that. But anyhow, thank you for watching, Bun. I hope you had a great birthday. I hope your streams go well. I know you like to stream a lot. And shout out to Teddy Deadrat, who likes to raid Sussy a lot, and it's more than likely the reason why I'm familiar with her. With them. With Bun.
With Bun. Come on. Their pronouns are Bun.
So anyhow, thanks for watching. Leave all your angry hate comments below. I will take that for getting that wrong. I am so sorry. I am very, very tired and hungry right now. So, we doing a thing over there?
I'm trying to get the nerd glasses on.
Oh, okay. So anyhow, thanks for watching. If you like a birthday video, I know this was exceptionally long, but there was a lot of stuff going on, especially with all the Olympics stuff happening. We'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.
And I guess that's why they call it the blues. Stars on my hands. I don't don't know the words. It's a